Hey everyone, Rod Massimo, the Massimo Group, the world's #1 coaching organization for commercial real estate brokers, agents, mortgage brokers. So thrilled to talk today about how to get over that objection of, I need to think about it. Think about it every time you propose something and your prospect tells you, well, I need to think about it. It could be, I need to talk to my spouse, I need to talk to my partners, I need to give some time. It's a common excuse, but it's an easy excuse to deflect, to help them make a more educated decision to move forward. So we're gonna do exactly that today. And the way we're gonna do is I'm gonna help you by showing you some of the AI we would use to go through this tool. And then also remind you that our CRE AI course, our 5-week course, starts June 18th. You don't wanna miss it. Make sure, I think in the email of this Massimo Minute, there's a link to that as well and all over social media. But let's get to it. So we're going to use an AI bot to go over the I need to think about it close. So this closing bot, which is in our Massimo mobile platform, also available for those who want to get access to it, this has been built to get over some of those objections. So I'm going to share with you a role play of a close that I just did a few minutes ago for time, speed things up, and I'll help you through the process, okay? So here's the closing bot. We'll hit the closing bot. Get that? Go to the closing bot, and I want to figure out, I need to think about it. How do I get through that? So instead of going through this now, actually and typing everything, I'm not the greatest typist, I'm going to actually show you the role play that I did a few minutes ago. Let me grab that. There. Let's bring it up. There we go. So here's the role play that I did a few minutes ago, and I'm going to go through it with you. I'm going to help you make that big. Oh, you know what? I'll do this. Let me get a AI assistant to help us review this with you. Hold on. There. Okay, so I'm going to use Speechify right now to read this to you so you can understand what's going on. And then one more thing. Let me do that. Okay, make it a little bigger. Now we'll check it out. Let me bring it over here. Okay, let's go into it. So we're going to role play exactly how we're going to get started, okay? Let's see what happens. I'll start and stop it, and we'll role play this. I need to think about it. Deflection, how are we going to do it, okay?
Great, let's dive right into the role play. As the agent, you'll be trying to secure a commitment from me, your client, to make the experience as beneficial as possible. Would you like to choose a specific closing technique to practice, or should I randomly select a scenario for us to start with? Remember, we're aiming to hone your confidence, authenticity, and boldness in securing a deal. Understood. Let's go with the I need to think about it scenario. I'll play the role of a client who's hesitating to make a decision. Begin by trying to close the deal using the technique provided. And wait, I'll play the role of a client who...
Okay, so they're going to play the role of a client who's telling me I need to think about it. There you go, okay? And they're hesitant to make a decision. So let's get started. Here we go.
Who's hesitating to make a decision. Begin by trying to close the deal using the technique provided. And wait, all right, I'll start by voicing my concern as the client. Client, I appreciate the effort you've put into this proposal, and the property seems great, but I need to think about it a bit more before I make a decision. Now, it's your turn as the agent to respond using the guided I need to think about it closing technique. Remember to gauge my interest level and address any potential reservations I might have.
Okay, so the client's telling me I need to think about it. What do you do right now when the client says I need to think about it? Let's figure that one out right here, okay? So let's see if I can grab this and go there.
I understand that making a decision, especially this big, should be an educated one, and therefore, as you would agree, decisions don't take time. They take information. What information do you need to make a more educated decision? Client, that's a fair point. I understand that making a decision, especially this big, should be an educated one, and therefore, as you would agree, decisions don't take time. They take information. What information do you need to make a more educated decision? I understand that making...
The greatest said that. Big line. Decisions don't take time, they take information. What information do you need to make a more educated decision? That's a big one. I learned that one, years ago probably from, I think it was Alex Hormozy, and we use it in our closing of our services. And our clients use it too. Decisions don't take time, they take information. What information do you need to make a more educated decision? Okay, that's what we got so far. So let's go over here. Client,
that's a fair point. I think I'm just trying to weigh all my options and ensure I'm making the best financial decision. I suppose I am concerned about the long-term value of the property and how it fits into my investment strategy. As the agent, remember to address these concerns directly and guide the conversation towards building confidence in the decision. You can use the scaled question to determine my commitment level, and then try to address the specific concerns to nudge me towards a close. Client, that's a fair point. I think I'm just trying to weigh all my options.
Let's see. Okay, what I love there is this bot not only helps you through the closing discussion, it gives you suggestions how you can be a better closer, which is just phenomenal. That's what AI does today, folks. It gives you these suggestions. So now it says, yeah, thanks for giving me all information. So let's figure it out. So I'm gonna go back and say, yeah, I heard what he said. Let's go back and confirm what they told us, right? And then bring it back to them and give them more information to make a more educated decision. That's what you do now. So let's go over here.
No doubt, this property has been a big piece of your total investment portfolio. Wouldn't it make sense if I share with you 3 specific strategies that look at each possible scenario over a 3 and 5 year period and what are the projected respective returns? Client, yes, that would be quite helpful. Seeing the numbers laid out over 3 and 5 year periods could give me a better understanding of what to expect. It's important for me to see how this aligns with my investment goals. As the agent, you've now opened the... No doubt.
Okay, so I laid out a scenario where he gets more educated information, right? I said, look, let's do this. Let me lay out for you projections, 3 to 5 years, what those are going to look like. Does that give you clarity to make a more educated decision? What does that sound like? So he goes ahead and he tells me, man, that sounds awesome. Let's do that, right? Let's do that to lay it out. So he agreed to it. And the bot's telling me, man, I opened the door for more value. The bot's saying, hey, Rod, good job. You just opened the door for more value. We create these bots in Massimo with all our clients. We understand what their issues are. We're doing this for years, 15 years, thousands of clients. So this is what the bot's now telling us. We're doing a good job. So let's go forward again and support what we're going to do going forward.
Great, then how about this? We will complete this analysis, and let's meet next week. Now next time I simply ask that you commit to provide me one of 3 responses. The first would be to move forward with a scenario that deems to be the best outcome for you. The second would be that you elect not to proceed, but you will inform me why not. And finally, the third is that you have further questions, which you agree to make a decision once I provide more clarity. Is that fair? Is so...
That's what I just did there. They've agreed to do this. If I do it, if I give information, but before I commit, and before you commit to just doing something, which is a huge mistake, you need micro commitments. So I did there, I said, great, let's do this. I need 1 of 3 things to happen. Number 1, you're going to say yes, and we're going to go ahead and move forward with the exclusive, with the relationship, right? Number 1. Number 2, you're going to say no, but you're going to tell me why you said no. Give me the information, the feedback, and maybe advice to why you're not moving forward with me. Huge micro commitment. Or number 3, if you have questions, we'll support it then, discuss it, and then you'll agree to move forward. So look what I just did there. I went through the scenario with the role play bot. I talked about time, right? Got his agreement, got his micro agreement, right, on that. Did another understanding of his needs. And then I asked for another micro commitment. I would do all this analysis for you. Folks, listen to this. Just don't throw out analysis and BOVs unless you get micro commitments. You're wasting your time. You are. Or analysis on a relocation. Get micro commitments all the time before you do these efforts and waste your time and your money and resources instead of working with more qualified clients. So that works well too, okay? So at the end, what does the client say? Let's see.
Client, that sounds fair to me. I can agree to those terms. Knowing that I'll have a clearer picture and strategies to compare, I feel more comfortable committing to making a decision after our next meeting. Let's proceed with that plan. As the agent, you've successful... Client, that sounds...
Let's proceed with the plan. What I told them was fair, right? And they proceed with the plan. So it worked, right? I hit the think about it scenario. I gave them more options, more micro commitments, and they said, you're right. This is the key. Thinking. What's what I need to think about it? What are they going to do? Go home on their porch and rock on their chair? I think that's why Homos used something like that, right? No one does that. I need to think about it. What they need is information, because indecision is inaction. That leads to nothing. That's a fact. So let's give the information they need right now to make a more educated decision and then get micro commitments. It's going to be, this is exactly what we're going to do and you're going to do to get more listings, right? So at the end, what I love about this is now we're going to break character down. Let's let the bot tell us how we did, okay? Because the bot is there to help you. That's what AI is. They're there to help you move forward. So let's move forward now. Let's see.
Now, let's break character and reflect on this role play. You did well in providing a structured path forward for the client, which can be very effective in overcoming the hesitation. By agreeing to prepare a more detailed analysis, you've shown that you are attentive and responsive to the client's needs, which builds trust. Additionally, asking for a specific commitment at the next meeting is a good strategy to ensure the client is prepared to take some action, rather than leaving the decision open-ended. Great job in steering the conversation in a productive direction.
Okay, I got it. I got an A+. Good, right? That's a role play. I've done a role play a lot, so that one for me was comfortable, right? I need to think about it. Think of everything I just did, go through the video again, break it down, right? And it's been a long 10 minutes for you. Some of you who watched it to the end, congratulations, right? Now, look, of course, if you need some help with AI, don't forget our new program starts on June 18th. AI for CRE brokers. It's all aboard. I think we still have some seats left. It's selling really well. And also, bots. You can build your bots on yourself. We're going to teach you how in our course. But use AI to leverage the knowledge. So now you go prepared to your meetings, get more listings, get more exclusives, build the business and life you've always imagined. Well, until next time, it's been Rod Santomassimo with the Massimo Minute.